Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, for the thousands in attendance and the millions listening from around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your main event. It's Sunday Night Live.
Just do it here, boys.
Hey,
Nah,
man. We here, baby.
we here. You are non-stop with the intros every Sunday Night Live. The people, here's what they know what to expect. They know to expect something. They don't know what to expect. But he coming with something. But always, I'm going to keep it the same. Sunday Night Live. We are in there like booty hair, your swimwear. It is Big Unc and the big dog Chico coming at you on Sunday night. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us live. And guess what? You still get to watch it, even if it ain't live, because it's going to stay up forever.
That's right. And you get to join the conversation as you see down below and everywhere else. You can join it. We might get 30 seconds to a minute conversation or questions or comments from the chat. Get your questions in right now. Get your super chats in right now. You can join this conversation. Unc is turned up some right there. We're not even going to ask what that is right there.
You know it want water.
Because I saw a gin and juice promotion out at the tailgate at Colorado. Was I tripping? Or did I see that correctly?
I didn't make it by there, but I saw that as well. They had a Snoop and Dre house set up with a 6'4" Impala out there. The gin and juice was pouring and rolling.
With a backdrop that looked like it was LA and stuff. So
yeah,
man, great promotion right there. They knew where to go to get a lot of eyes on them, and that is to a Colorado football game, Colorado Buffaloes football game in Boulder, Colorado, man, where it was packed out, sold out once again, 2 years straight, man, and it's running where it sold out at Folsom Field, and it was homecoming. Got a big win. 38-31 last second victory. Some miracle plays. We're going to talk about that. Let's get into the atmosphere of things. Also, we got, like I said, the chat going on. Y'all go ahead and get it in right now.
And drop where you're from before we start bringing people on live and taking questions, comments. You know, y'all always go at each other in love. So make sure you drop where you're from so we can know who's checking in with us from around the world.
That's right. Put your city and your state or your country in the chat right now, man. We about to have this conversation. This is what we do each and every Sunday night live with Unc and Chico right here now. Hey, we got some things to talk about. Where you want to start, Unc? Talk to me.
Man, we can start at the beginning. And in the beginning, they said Baylor was going to win. In the beginning, they said that this team couldn't string together 2 in a row. In the beginning, they said this team could not compete, let alone dominate in the Big 12. And in the end, they were all wrong.
As my homeboy used to say back in the day in Lakewood, you ain't lying. That means
you know what I love? What I love about it, Chico, is how they keep moving the goalposts. Before the game starts, no way we'll be able to keep over Baylor. Baylor's built to beat us. Baylor's this, Baylor's that. Then once Colorado wins the game, oh no, man, Baylor wasn't this. You know, Baylor didn't have nothing. You know, y'all was supposed to win that. It's like you win, and the haters still try to make it a loss. But that's why this team is not even focused on the outside noise. It's just the inside love, and they focus on what they do every day. Love what happened with LaJohntay Wester, you know, to have some quote unquote drops in the game and then have that big catch that takes it to overtime. It tells you about, man, never give up, always keep fighting. You know, similar thing happened last year with Jimmy Horn Jr. in the game. You know, had some drops in certain situations, but then became up big. So this team, in a word, is resilient, man. They don't give up. They keep fighting to the end.
Man, shout out to LaJohntay Wester coming out of nowhere to make that catch. I like how Shador kind of explained it in the post game where he said Travis was on one side and everybody kind of flowed to Travis' side. And also a key element I think was very just little integral things like this. Instead of Coach Pat Sherman having him roll to the right, what most right-handed quarterbacks do, he had him roll out to the left. And the defense,
I'm gonna tell you, Chico, from what I saw, he didn't have a choice. The defense was stacked to that side. They pushed him.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they pushed him that way.
Well, I don't. Well, okay. Well, I'll take that back. Then I don't know whether
Yeah,
that
what
was
I'm
a.
saying is I don't know how much of it was designed for him to go that way. When you look at the line of scrimmage pre-snap, the defense was moved over,
Right.
where he couldn't go, where he favored. I think what they failed to do is when they brilliantly forced him left to a left rollout, and he's a right-handed quarterback. Too many people went with Travis, and that left Wester one-on-one, right in front of him, his line of sight down the field. And
Right.
you're gonna take that one-on-one matchup.
They were definitely playing him to roll out to that right side and possibly try to throw it up to Travis. But with
Mm-hmm.
Shador, and shout out to Select QB Athletics and being able to work on these things, rolling to his left side and still be able to make a long, accurate throw like
Yeah.
he did. And LeJohntay come up with
Got
it,
his
man,
shoulder square, got his hip square, let that thing go, and
at the
put it
last
where it could
possible
be.
second.
Yep. Brilliant
God,
pass.
beautiful pass. And um, just the offensive line coming up when they needed to come up. You saw big Coach Phil Loadholt really jumping on them, uh, firing them up, keeping them engaged in the ball game. You were right there in the midst of it, Unc Neely. Of course, I wasn't there. I see some people asking, do I regret not being there? Um, we'll answer that later on. It depends on how you look at things. That's just how you look at it. It depends on how you look at things. But tell them from your perspective, Uncle Neely, what are some of the things you saw on that sideline, dog?
Well, first of all, the team never stopped believing. Let me give major shout out, major thank you to their kicker who missed that field goal.
Yes.
Because had that become a 10-point lead, you're looking at a different mathematical situation. But when you have Shador Sanders, Travis Hunter, LeJohntay Wester, Jimmy Horn Jr., Will Shepherd, list goes on, and you have math on your side, meaning it's a one-score game. I don't
Right.
care if there's 1 second on the clock, you got an opportunity. How many times have you seen a pass from Shador to Jimmy Horn and it go to the house, a pass to Travis and it go to the house, a pass to Western and it go to the house? So it's like the clock really is irrelevant because whether it's 2 seconds, 20 seconds, or 1 second, with that combination of talent on the field, you have a chance, you have an opportunity. And I would say it ain't even 50-50. It's more like 70-30, 80-20. And this ain't something that's new. We've seen Travis and Shador do this at Jackson State. Found
Yeah.
Travis at the back pylon down in
Yeah.
Alcorn for a win, forced the
Yeah.
Celebration Bowl in overtime. So these are guys, man, it's almost like Steph Curry down 2 with 3 seconds. I mean, if you have the best shooter in the world with the ball, you damn right you got a chance. So one of the things I will say when you look back retrospectively at the entire game, I don't care if it was something good, I don't care if it was something bad. Everything had to happen for us to win that game. I mean, you look at this, the one that Will Shepherd dropped, quote unquote. He catches that ball, we don't win.
You took it out of my. I was just waiting on you to finish your point because that's what I was going to say. A lot of people were saying that Will should have caught that pass, and I was like, you know what? Looking at that play, if he had caught that ball, I'm not sure he would have fell in the end zone. I think he would have fell short.
He absolutely wouldn't have fallen in the end zone. The only thing you would have had to happen if a brilliant referee stopping the clock with 1 second left,
Exactly.
to move the ball. But the way we have been managing the clock and failing to get set up, I'm not confident on the 1 or 2 yard line in 1 second that we're gonna score.
Exactly. Yep. So I said, I'm like, damn, it's crazy how these things happen. And then Hail Mary, the ball hit the receiver, and then you come down and catch it. So you had 2 opportunities back to back to make those plays. Chug it up, my homeboy. Chug it up. Okay.
I'm with it.
What you want me to do? But yeah, I think if he would have caught that, he probably would have fell at about the 2 or 3 yard line. There, we're having a different talk right now. And like you said on the DNVR post game show,
What I said.
You said you probably wouldn't be wearing these blenders that you had on right there. It had something like that happen. Yeah, with a different outcome.
Let me tell you this. Coach Prime always talks about stuff like this, how people only talk about balance when you lose the game. We won, and not a single reporter in the presser asked him about that 4th and 8. Not a single person asked him about that 4th and 8. But you better believe, had we lost that game, everybody would have been saying, Coach, why'd you go for it on 4th and 8? They got a shorter field and they went down to score. But nobody said nothing. Nobody, Chico, nobody raised their hand and said, hey, Coach, what was you thinking about going for it 4th and 8? And then not only did you go for it on 4th and 8, if I'm not mistaken, Shador got sacked on that, which gave them even more yards.
Let me ask you this right here. Let's jump ahead real quick. Now, when they stormed the field, I was there for the first field storming of Folsom Field of the Coach Prime era, and I ended up right there next to Shador Sanders in the swarm. That was my first time being on the field, period, where the fans swarmed it like that. And I thought I ran out there. I was just like, and then all of a sudden I said, "Oh, sure." Hear everybody come, and I'm in a sea of people like this, whether I wanted to or not. How did you handle that? What did you do? What happened? And I'm sure we'll see it on film this week.
Oh yeah, I had the camera rolling the whole time. You're damn right it's dropping. First thing is we made sure Shador was safe, made sure Coach Prime was safe, and then got Coach Prime out of there. He was going to try to shake the opposing coach's hand and storm the field, so we had to get him off the field. Because let me tell you about storming the field. Not only is it a dangerous thing from a mob standpoint, because if one person trips and fall and hundreds of people are, walking over them, we got to always remember with the status of the players on this team and this coach, everybody ain't your friend. Just because they hopping over that wall and running on that field don't mean they got good intentions.
There you go.
You don't know a friendly lion from a mean lion. Like you just see a damn lion. And so you got 2,000 people running towards you screaming. You don't know if they screaming good stuff or bad stuff. You don't know who got a spank on them. You don't know what somebody's intentions are.
Exactly.
So what looks cool on TV, what looks fun, is actually a very dangerous situation, for player safety and coach safety and for fan safety.
Exactly.
Because when you come down on that field and you slip and fall, them 600 people directly behind you, they don't see that you fail.
Right.
You're just going to get trampled, So it was one of those things that you had to take very seriously. But once we had him corralled and we got the huddle moving toward the locker room, there was never any real sense of danger other than that unintentional danger.
Yeah. I had that posted from last year, and that was the main reason why I went out there. And I was filming at first, but that was the main reason why I got like, let me get by Shador, because he has on his necklace, and I'm just thinking like, like you said, you just never know. You don't know what type of lion is out there. Somebody can go grab at this necklace in a sea of people. And
he's more valuable. He's more valuable than his necklace. Put him down.
That's what I'm saying. Step on an ankle or something.
Yeah. It's one of those situations that I know Rick George has tried to encourage the fan base, and Coach Prime said, "Hey man, I understand it, but we really have to be careful when we do that and lean toward not doing it." It's one of those things. I'm telling y'all, it looks fantastic on TV. The pictures look, remarkable. It looks like a great time. But when you hear the audio and see the video and you're in the middle of it, it ain't that damn fun.
Right. And like you said, people can think about valuables they might lose, but shoot, the players on the field, especially in this Colorado situation, are way more valuable than any phone you can lose that might pop out of your pocket, any piece of jewelry, anything like that. So
man, the real deal is you got haters out there, man.
Yeah.
You got people in that crowd that pay money to see you lose. You got people in that crowd that bet money to see you lose. Everybody running towards you ain't celebrating.
Great point right there. And last thing right here I'll make on that from my point is I think it was a boxer. What's the Tank? The boxer Tank. What's Tank last name? Everybody know in the chat, but y'all know Tank, the boxer Tank, the champion, right? So Tank Davis, I think his name is. But he when he was in the ring, he got into it with Bernard Hopkins because he reached over and just simply touched him. And he explained why his trainers and himself got so mad at Bernard for touching him in the ring. It was because that nowadays they said that people can have a substance on their hand and can literally touch you and get something in your bloodstream and cause you to fail a drug test or something like that just by simply touch you. That's crazy.
Absolutely.
So
you got stuff you can put on napkins and paper towels and even money, that could be absorbed through the skin. So
Right.
It just, man, like I said, it looks cool. I understand it. Just because I understand it don't mean I agree with it and gonna promote it.
Mm-hmm.
It's something you got to be real careful when you're talking about player, coach, and more, and just as important, fan safety.
Yeah. Uh, we'll go to a injury real fast.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, should I say, our kickoff specialist, Jace Feely,
yeah.
announced on his Twitter that he has a fully torn ACL, and he asked for, basically said, this is God's plan. He has faith in the Lord. He had a lot of people supporting him on his page, so we want to send a speedy recovery out to Jace Feely. Anything else you might know on that other than what he said? Hopefully he's in good spirits.
Yeah, I saw him last night. Shortly after it happened, went in the locker room to talk to him and check on him because he and I, talk a lot during the week. And all things considered, he was in phenomenal spirits and accepting of it. Even though at that time it was a just a pre-diagnosis, but a good indicator of what was to come, from the MRI. And then I did exchange a text with him this morning, and so he said, "Man, God got me. I got no worries." And I told him he'll be back better, stronger than ever. So
Right.
it's a collision sport. It's a violent collision sport. And even as a kicker, he's a football player, and he ran down there to make a play.
Okay. Hey, y'all stay tuned because we're gonna have a couple of spotlights coming up. We're gonna have our goon of the
Spotlight.
game. I got our goon of the game. I'm gonna ask Uncle Neely for his offensive player of the game and his personal defensive player of the game, and I'll give you guys mine also. You can put yours in the chat right now and also come on and join the conversation. Shouts out to Goonsville Clothing, the Glass House Optical, and also MDJ Originals. I think Melvin was there at the game. He
He
got to
was.
experience
He
this,
was.
him and his son. So shout out to him. Also, all of his merch that's there at the team store.
And I personally, Melvin, if you're tuning in, I know you typically are. I personally delivered Bill Goldberg his jersey from you, so
oh
he's
yeah,
got it in hand.
I think I saw him wearing it actually. I
You
saw him on
probably
the
did.
picture.
Like it wouldn't be at the beginning of the game because I gave it to him. I think maybe around halftime or so.
Yeah, this was after the game. I saw a picture with him. I was like, "Oh, Goldberg got his MDJ original on. That's dope right there." You know, I also saw Goldberg on a WCW documentary. I got to ask him some questions about, before we veer off into wrestling or something else. You know, some guys who I liked who stepped up and really made a big play in this ball game. I see some people shouting out Mario Miller, Shane Coates with a big sack. The
Mm-hmm.
man that you spotted out probably going to be your defensive player of the year or of the game and our goon of the game. Cameron Silman Craig,
Absolutely.
double
Absolutely.
digit tackles, man, and really was the leader of that defense all night long. Shouts out to everybody else who really played well too, but Cameron Silman Craig, without giving away too much, Uncle Neely, tell us your thoughts on him.
Oh man, hell, we can keep on giving it away or not giving it away. It's not going to change, And I say it again, everything that went good in that game, everything that went bad in that game ultimately mattered at the end of the game. Who knows if Wester makes some of those catches earlier, if he makes that one at the end. Sometimes it takes a miss to really lock in and dig in and want to make that comeback and right things for your team. Same thing with that tackle that Cameron Silman Craig quote unquote missed. But when you look at what he did defensively, when the sun was out and it was daytime, when the sun went down, it started raining. Whether it was the first, second, third, or fourth quarter, he brought it all game long. And one of the things I want to point out when you see him as a safety leading the team in tackles for a game compared to last year when safeties were doing that, a lot of times the runner or the receiver would get back there to the safeties, go through the defensive line, go through the linebackers, and get back there to that level. Cameron Silman Craig is going up and making these tackles. He's
Yeah.
going up and catching guys, at the line of scrimmage or even tackle for loss. So I thought he had a phenomenal game. And if I had to pick one guy off of defense, I'm going with Cameron Silman Craig for that victory over Baylor on the defensive side.
All right. And
And
for the,
there were a lot
okay.
of significant plays. Shane Coates, Green got a sack. I mean, you had the pass breakups by DJ McKinney and Hodge. There was a lot of significant plays that you didn't know at the time were going to matter in the end result. So there was a lot of people that could give it to, but I'm gonna go Cam Simmons, Craig.
All right, quick little stat rundown right here. The final score of in OT 38-31. Colorado over Baylor, of course. Shedeur Sanders 25 for 41, 341 yards, 2 touchdowns. Isaiah Augustov. I gotta pronounce his name correctly. Augustov.
Yeah, just say Isaiah.
Hey.
Yeah, just do that. Give him a nickname.
Carries. 12 carries, 41 yards. Michael Welch had 9 carries, 22 yards, and 2 touchdowns, of course. That was 2 big touchdowns also. Travis Hunter, 7 catches, 130 yards. That's his 5th game over 100 yards, and just added on to that record that he set last week. Marion Miller, 2 for 71 in a touchdown. Amazing play that he made. And LaJohntay Weston, 4 for 68 in that game tying touchdown.
And not just an amazing play, bro Chico. Like, if I'm not mistaken, that was his first reception of the year. And
yes, it was.
You talk about stay ready so you don't have to get ready and be ready when the moment's called. And then the sense of awareness that your knee didn't touch the ground, nor any other part of your body to get up and go. That just shows the attention to detail, the work at practice, and what Coach Jason Phillips, the wide receiver coach, is instilling these guys, that your first play, most guys on the first play were just being excited they finally got one, and when it just went on and fell down right there. But he had the awareness, like, man, shit, I ain't down, I'm gone. And then was able to brush guy off, stiff arm a guy, go down the sideline, not step out of bounds and score.
Somebody said, Chico, just pronounce it Augustov.
There you go, Big Trav. Big Travis, you're exactly right.
If it's correct how you pronounce it.
That is right. I was trying to tell you, but I was like, man, let me make it easy for you. We'll work on that next show. Just say it.
Hey, you know what? Here's something I need to go back on, flashback from a couple shows ago that we never did pick back up on. Was this right here. You said you was going to share a story about Coach Prime. You said to remind you to share a story about Coach Prime, James Brown, and the Atlanta Falcons. And
no, that's not what I said. I said we got to make Goldberg tell it on prime time.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, because he told me the story. Okay. And since we're gonna have him on, I don't want to steal it. Like, let him get that.
Hey, you got, I don't know why I thought about that the other day, but I was like,
the Falcons are playing right now, and they were all with the Falcons when that happened. So maybe that's what it is. But in the back of your head.
Man, I'm waiting on that story right there. James Brown.
Yeah, James Brown with the Falcons practice, and they said hit him.
All right. Let me see. We're going to open the lines up real soon. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put it in the chat right now so y'all can go ahead and line up, and we can have some people backstage to come join us real quick. Like,
one of the things I will say this before we bring somebody on. We did much better in penalties last night. We still had some at the wrong time, had a couple holdings that brought back some big plays. But, we went into most of the first half and only 1 penalty for 10 yards, picked up another penalty right before the half ended. So in the first half, you had only 2 penalties. And when the game ended, you had 6. And what did we have last week? About 12 with 2 denied. So, we cut that in half. Dominated time of possession, 36 minutes down to 23 minutes. So, hell of a ball game, man. I think what's just glaring out there, and we can, the chat can not talk about it. Me and Chico can not talk about it, but it's the elephant sitting over in the corner of the room. It's the turd in the punch bowl that you just can't drink around it. We
I heard that one, dog.
No, dog, let me tell you something. I want you to visualize it. You at a party, Chico.
I already did, dog. I already did.
Let me tell you, since you don't visualize that, let me tell you what my daddy told me one time. He said, son, no matter how hard you try, you cannot pick up a turd from the clean end.
That's one of them ones right there. That's one of the ones.
Chico. Ain't no way to pick this thing up, but to go ahead and grab it. So I'm gonna grab it. We have absolutely got to get better at special teams. The score we gave up that was untouched, we had Mate kick it down to inside the 10, and the guy goes just virtually, the one score was untouched, and then this guy got touched 5 times, but we didn't tackle him. Next thing you know, he's on the other side of 50. That led to a score. That's 10 points right there. That special teams gift wrap. Shout out to Mata for turning around. He has missed one and had one blocked, but not only made field goals. When they tried to ice him on the extra point, he was standing there like, "Hey, come on, call him. It don't matter."
Hey, shouts out to Mata, man. I was gonna say, we got to give props to him
Yes,
for
sir.
even having the cojones, or I hope I
Yeah.
said that right, cojones, to sit up in that thing and split the uprights after a big play like that, man. Because even I was nervous for him. I had to hit my Mata Don't Miss song to make sure that he stays focused and not miss.
Yeah, so I think you can expect some significant work and attention to detail on special teams this week for the Buffs, because we gift wrap them, 10 points.
Yeah, 10 points. Just imagine that swing. If we hadn't given them that, it's a whole different ball game. And like Coach Prime always says, special teams got to be special, dog. You're not just on here to BS around or just run down the field or look pretty. Go out there and make some plays, man. This your chance right here.
Absolutely, and we failed to do that. So I didn't want to celebrate this win without taking a pragmatic look at the reality. We did much better in penalties. We did good in particularly in the first half. With the efficiency, should I say, on third down conversions. Dominate time possession is just that quick score on special teams. Where he goes untouched, and then that 4th and 1. QB draw that he goes virtually untouched for a touchdown.
Man,
that barely any time went off the clock. So you're winning on first down efficiency. You're winning on time of possession, but you're losing the game because of quick scores.
Right. Got to get better on that, man. I think we will.
Sir. Oh yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Defensive line, defensive front as a whole. Coach Rob Livingston, just willing those guys. If you watch the Willoff video, you'll see Coach Rob Livingston up in personal, all the coaches up in personal, just willing their guys. And I love how calm he was. I love how, just detailed he was with each and every guy and keeping them upbeat and letting them know that they're going to make the play, being positive. Just a big difference from last year as far as the defense goes and their production out there on the football field. Just what else can we say about it, man? Shout out to the whole line, man, from Tawfiq Thomas to Shane Cokes and Nakai Hill Green, Levante Bentley. Everybody made plays on that defense last night.
Yeah, well, I can roll down the tackles for you. Cameron Silver Craig, 13. Nakai Hill Green had 8. DJ McKinney, 5. Shane Cokes, 5. Bent, 4. Okinola, 4. Travis, 3. Preston Hodge, 3. Dayon Hayes, 3. BJ Green, 2. Carter, 2. RJ Robinson, 2. And then Arden, Keaton, and Trevor Woods, 1. The defense played lights out. One of the things I love about Coach Livingston, man, like even in the locker room at halftime, he owned that 4th and 1. The one where the QB draw was scored. He's like, yeah, I put that on me. I put y'all in the wrong position. I'm going to eat that one. That was my bad, not y'all's. And to have a coach stand in front of his defense and not blame them for something and say, no, that's 7 points. That's 6 points I gave them. That's my bad. That just shows you his relationship with the players. And they love him for that because he's going to uplift them. He's going to push them. He's going to get on them when they need getting on them. He's going to celebrate them when they need celebrate. He is what, that old saying, he's a player's coach, man.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Hey, we had over 1,500 in here last week. We're right at 1,400 right now. Let's go ahead and get over the tipping scale, Coach. Let's go ahead and get to that 1,500. Let's get these likes up.
Man. Call a friend, share it. If you're thick like grits with cheese in it, chime in. Make sure you get everybody. T Voltage is in the house.
As you say, it's thick like grits.
T Voltage, let me tell you something about running something back, man. And hear me, understand this, brother, because you're exactly right about need. But here's what Baylor does well. Before this game, Baylor came in with 17 kickoffs. 15 of them went out the back of the end zone, and the 2 that didn't were intentional. We knew last night not only with their prowess at kicking, but with the altitude here, that Jimmy Horn was not going to get a chance on a kickoff. And they did that. We made a mistake in kicking one right to their guy instead of end zone, and that's the one they ran back. It's like back in the day when guys would get arrogant on the pitcher mound and not pitch around Barry Bonds. I believe I can get him. You just don't put yourself in that situation, man. Put the ball in the back of the end zone and let them bring that thing out and earn it instead of just coming up the field on special teams.
Have you seen anyone at practice with your own eyes that seems to be doing that on a consistent basis? I know it's not a specialty of Matas. It's not a specialty of
in fact, man,
either.
Feely, I know we just lost him, but he's more than capable of it. In Nebraska, it was only one of them that didn't go into the end zone.
But I mean, other than Feely, since he's been hurt.
So there's going to be one or two guys that step in that position. I think it'll be known this week which one gets it. It's going to be the one that puts it in the back of the end zone, man. It's just that simple.
Right.
That's one thing, that special teams room, has more than one guy at each position. So there's some depth there, and that depth, is talented. Just got to get the experience up now. But what's those saying in football down there in Bama? Next man up.
Next man up. All right, we got a football break segment coming up. I didn't tell Uncle about this. Matter of fact, I just thought about it. I ain't gonna lie. All right,
I'm gonna take me a break too, sir.
swig. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna bring up your top, because I know that Unc always has something, that he can pull from with his wealth of knowledge. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I'm gonna put you on the spot with this one, but it's not gonna be something that you can't give. But simple stuff like this: top 5 favorite movies of all time.
In no particular order, though. In no particular order. In no particular order.
No order.
All right, we cool on that. No particular order.
Yeah, let's just.
You just hit me with this, and I'm gonna give you 5, but I can't. It take me a minute to give you 5 in order. Training Day got to be in there.
Okay.
Training Day got to be in there in the 5.
Y'all let us know in the chat too. Now let us know in the chat.
Goodfellas got to be in there in the 5.
Goodfellas.
I'll put 300 in there in the 5.
I've never seen 300. The 300 I know is the 300 record label.
No. I'm gonna round it out with Friday.
Okay.
And
I know this on the spot check.
Malcolm X Spike Lee joint. I was gonna go Do the Right Thing Spike Lee joint, but I'm gonna go with Malcolm X and the Spike Lee joint, because Spike be putting in work, man. You gotta have Spike in there somewhere.
Gotta have Spike in there. I like that. Malcolm X, one of those movies you see on TV, you got to sit down and at least watch a little bit of it.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I'm gonna tell you, Chico. Let me tell you, we right there. Look at me, Chico. We right there.
Right.
Because you know how I pick that 5?
Why?
When I'm flipping channels and they own, do I stop and watch it?
There you go.
No matter how many times I've seen it, if Training Day on, I'm gonna stop and watch it. If 300 on, I'm gonna stop and watch it. If Friday on, I'm gonna stop and watch it.
Well, I guess I'll put myself on the spot then.
Come on,
and I didn't have a list. I was trying to make one while you was making one. But let me see. Off the top, see, I'm a comedy guy, right? So just put that out there. I'm a comedy guy, and I like my favorite.
I thought you were gonna say you like big butts and can't deny. That's what I thought you were saying.
These are things I do like, yes. But I'll say this, and for one off the top, let me go ahead and give it the ones off the top of my head. Coming to America, my all-time favorite. All-time favorite. There's nothing you can put on in front of that I'd rather watch. Coming to America. Let me see here. Gosh. And I'll go another Eddie Murphy movie. Damn. Should I go Life or should I go Beverly Hills?
Oh, I forgot Life. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Life or Beverly Hills Cop? I don't know. I'm gonna put BHP.
See, I forgot
right
as
there.
you were talking, Life popped in, but I can't. Man, Scarface too, man, Al Pacino. But I'm gonna stick with the Goodfellas. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. It's your list.
Oh, I got one too. It just popped in, and I got to put it in there. This is probably the first movie, Ocho. This is probably the first movie that I watched. I remember watching as a kid. I remember where I was, what I was doing and everything, and I watched it all the way through, and I felt like an adult because I watched it, and it wasn't really about anything about me.
Yeah,
and it's called A Bronx Tale.
I like
you
A
ever
Bronx
seen
Tale.
that?
Yeah, I like A Bronx Tale.
That was my movie right there. Bronx Tale.
Yeah. I didn't know you know Benny Blanco from the block. I know.
Sonny, Colloquial.
Yeah. No, that's a good one.
Bronx Tale, Beverly Hills Cop, Coming to America. Damn, I just had one.
Your name like 20.
The name about 20?
Yeah, you're the cheat.
I gotta put Friday in there, of course. And come on, chat, give me one.
Shout out to Damon Reeves, man. I forgot all about Pulp Fiction. That's another one I stop and watch.
Somebody said Major Pain. Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood, good. Okay. Here it is. And whoever put this in there knows me. And it's another Eddie Murphy one. And I used to do this one word for word with my cousin. Shout out to my cousin Duke, Harlem Nights. And I'll leave it at that. I can go home off of that, right? That's 4 or 5.
That's fine.
Bronx Tale, Harlem Night. Okay, that's what it is. And I appreciate y'all. Let us know what y'all think in the chat right now. We're gonna have our top 5. We'll do a top 5 each week as we have a goon of the game coming up. By the end of this, we're gonna have Petro checking in. We're gonna take a couple of callers right now, just to see what y'all got to say, man. 30 seconds to a minute. Who we got holding on right here? Here's the fun part of the show right here.
Let me tell you something before you bring them on. Let me tell you about you. You be telling these people 30 seconds like they the one with the button. You control the time.
I be trying to be nice on them. But I'm letting them know off the top, 30 seconds to a minute. You know what I'm saying? At the 30-second mark, you'll hear a ding. And at a minute, it might just cut off like the jail phones. So let me see who we going first. Warren G up in here, back again.
Shout out to people in chat who said Gladiator. That's another great one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Salute, one love. My top 5 right now is Scarface, 48 Hours with Eddie Murphy, Star Wars. That's 3. The other one is Saturday Night Fever, and the last one would be Let's Do It Again with Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby, yes.
And my goon, of course, is Top Flight Security of the World, Craig, aka Craig. Number 7, baby, in the building. Yeah, he top flight.
You top flight for real. Craig. Appreciate you, Warren G. Let me go ahead and go right here. And Uncle Neely got me clicking off at 30 seconds. Let's go old school. What you got?
Hey, Uncle Neely, thank you for that comment you just made about Chico and with that button. Hey, Chico, he right. I wish you don't start pulling that what's the name guy doing with that, saying, cut the person out when they talking. Hey, Chico, I love you. Keep up the good work. Hey, Coach, hey, Uncle Neely, look here. What I was telling you about at first, I'm going to tell you not my favorite movie, but my favorite video and what's the name that you did with those interviews and stuff is when it goes right back to LeVar Ball. I was telling you that was my favorite one because I talked to him and I asked him to go down there and talk with you guys so he can get down there with Coach Prime and let him know what's going on. It's happening out here, Uncle Neely. Hey, Uncle Neely, I'm telling you, Uncle Neely, keep up the good work. I'm telling you. Keep it up, young man. It's a lot of things that's happening, and you're a part of it. You the one got the camera. You understand me? So you keep focused. I'm telling you, stay focused. Hey, Chico, you already know what the business is. Keep it up, bro. Keep doing what you do, and I love you, and I'm gonna stick with you, and I'm gonna stick with the rest of us that's out here doing the right thing, Chico, right?
Right. Appreciate you. Old school checking in one time.
Chico,
Elijah, now.
Chico, somebody said you had Tracy Morgan on the phone. It was no Tracy Morgan, man. Y'all be tripping out there, man.
There wasn't Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan would have came on here with his stomach out.
That's my Uncle Byron.
Hey, that was spot on.
We got
Uncle Neat.
What's going on?
And Big Cheek, my old head. What's up with you?
What's going on, brother?
Oh, now my young boy. Talk to me.
Yo, I got a question. With the defense, is Rob gonna like factor in some zone, because some of our DBs was getting beat. The only one that I trust to play one-on-one is Travis Hunter. He's a lockdown. You see what I'm saying?
Look, I feel you. You're talking good ball, but man, I trust more than Travis, man. I trust Hodge. I trust DJ McKinney. I trust Carter Stoudemire, who's out there. I think Rob Livingston, has the tools in the toolbox to do what's necessary. So if he calls for zone one Saturday night, it calls for man the next. I think he has the proper personnel that he can do which one is more advantageous. What I don't want to see us do is throw the baby out the bathwater because one or two guys got caught up in a situation on a wet field on a wet night. But for skill set and talent wise, we got what it takes to get it done that secondary.
Okay, my last question is, when does Shadoze come back?
Man, looking better and better. It's one of those things where it wasn't season ending, but you didn't want to rush him back because you don't want it to become season ending. So I'm expecting after the bye week, we go to Central Florida and then we're off. So I think that those 2 weeks right there are going to put him where he needs to be.
Okay. And this is my final. This is my final, Chief. All right. To all them haters out there that said we couldn't run the ball, we're gonna keep running the ball because we got a Gustav and Welch back there. Yeah.
Already. Philly, son.
Philly, son. Hey, that was another one from my Uncle Byron.
Hey man, that's great. I forgot what I was gonna say, man. Let me go to the next caller. JC. Oh, now, where you checking in from, JC? Me can't hear you, big man. Where you checking in from? Where you calling me from? Oh, speaking of that, somebody said I named about 57 movies. I forgot one of my favorite ones. I forgot Top Shotters. What y'all know about Top Shotters? Put that in the chat.
You put me on 5 movies. I swear you went 15. But you got the button, baby. You got the button.
I got the button over here. I got the power. JC, I tried to get JC to check in. Let's see if let me see, Rennie gonna check in. Oh, now Rennie.
Hey, what's up, guys? You guys can hear me?
Oh, yeah, Rennie checking in from Brooklyn. Oh, now.
Hey, you remembered.
That's
what's
right,
up, my brother. Just want to say real quick, I know we got KJ Jefferson, UCF in the bounce house coming up next. Obviously, he's a runner. He's a track star.
Yes.
So in terms of schemes on him, what do you think? Do you think we put a spy, or do you think we play a little bit more zone so we can keep an eye on the quarterback? Because one of the things that's been kicking our behinds in NDSU and Baylor is the quarterback draw. And KJ Jefferson is going to run the ball a lot more.
Yeah.
And he's a big boy. So what do you guys think about playing some zone so we can keep an eye on the quarterback, or having a spy? Like, because if we play man and our eyes are not on the quarterback and he just run down the middle, you're talking about 20, 30 yards easy, maybe more. What are your thoughts on that?
I appreciate you calling in from Brooklyn. Where Brooklyn at? Brooklyn is on Uncle Chico live on the Sunday night. That's where Brooklyn at. Man, right. One of the things about defense, Rennie, is you clearly know. I can tell you know your stuff. When you position yourself to stop one thing, you're opening yourself up to give up something else. And so you kind of, in some situations, have to pick your poison. But when you got a quarterback like Central Florida has run, I'm thinking that you're thinking having a guy spy out. You got to have a disciplined linebacker, who's not paying attention to eye candy and movement and just focused on his task at hand. But as I said, in Rob Livingston, I trust. And so as this week goes on, preparation-wise, I really do believe that we'll be prepared for that better than we have been the past 2 games.
Can I say this? Add my little 2 cents in also. Dang, another movie they say I forgot. Boomerang. You're right.
Hey,
Anyways,
man, that's something now.
Hey,
somebody shouting
hey.
out Delta. That's right. Spring 91, Tricky made yo. What's
right.
so go ahead, keep on dropping your movies.
I might drop the whole show, but I'll say this about about the end of about the zone and the man coverage, right? You saw Preston Hodge get beat on the inside fade route or go route where the guy made the diving catch in the end zone. Well, you saw also Coach Rob Livingston make the adjustments on that, and we didn't see Preston get beat on that any other time after that. Now,
let me tell you,
it would be a problem if we did see that, but we saw the adjustments made, and Preston coming up and stepping up to the challenge and being on the lookout for those plays and being on that every time they went back to it.
But Chico, I want to throw a log on that fire because you're exactly right. Adjustments was made and it happened again. But if a SOB is going to beat me, man, and he make that dive and that catch in the rain, was dog. Like, but there's nobody in that stadium saw that ball in the air and him dive and think he finna get that.
Yeah, he went and got that.
Hats off to a great offensive play. He went and got that ball, man.
Definitely. Also, people, questioning the man and all. Man, that gives us the freedom to really get after the quarterback, to put pressure on the quarterback, to let our safeties like Cameron Craig do what he does best, and that plays at the line of scrimmage. Also take his chances and shots and being instinctive, whether it's a run play that he see coming or blitzing off the edge. So it frees up the defense. I'll take my chances with the man coverage and the way that we run it, more than just sitting in a zone.
Yeah,
but
we got the talent. We got the talent
to do it.
Yeah. A lot of people do it and they don't have the talent to do it. Like we got the pieces that can pull that off.
Most definitely,
Chico.
man.
It said Chico top 20 movies.
Now, I promise you, man.
Shout out to the 901, the Memphis 10, Memphis Tennessee, the Dirty Dime. Memphis is making easy money, pimping hoes in style. North, Project Pata.
Shout out to Project Pata. Man, we used to walk around schools, and this girl used to always be singing the song Chicken Head back in the day. So I always think about wop, bald head, scallywag. Ain't got no hair. J.O. Man, I rap the whole song. Anyways, another movie. No, just playing.
If anybody in the chat, has ever in your life, particularly the women out there, I want you to comment. If you've ever in your life, instead of paying your light bill, bought an outfit, let us know.
If you've ever in your life had on a brand new pair of Jordans, but your gas tank was on E,
let us know.
Put it in the chat. And y'all know that this podcast right here, this show, this Saturday Night Live, is for anybody who have ever
Chico been drinking. Chico said Saturday Night Live
or Sunday night. You know what the hell I mean? Everybody out there, I had my yak. I told you I was drinking on alkaline water, but this more like, what I'm talking about. But if you've ever had a wish sandwich, this show is for you.
Wish you had some meat on it.
Wish you had some meat on it. If you ever had hand-me-down clothes, this show is for you. All right.
Me and my brother couldn't go out the same time because a coat as he is a coat as mine.
Damn, I'm gonna have me some Uncle. I'm gonna do like Ocho. I'm gonna have me some sayings like that next week. I'm telling you, I'm gonna come back with mine because the only one I got is, Chico, what's going on? Oh man, same thing. Wait, same stuff, different toilet.
Yeah.
I need another one, man. I need another one.
Oh, you ask one by next Sunday. You do your movie list. You probably had 20 of them.
All right, goon of the game. Last week, our goon was BG because he ended up swiping the Goonsville hat.
Swiping, no swiping.
You know what I'm saying? Swiping, no swiping. You know what I'm saying? However you want to put it like that. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to have our goon of the game. you know, we this is presented by Goonsville Clothing. If Petros is out there, maybe he can call in and he can give us
Yeah, man,
his
I've been
goon of
seeing
the
him
game
comment.
also.
I've been seeing him comment. He on there.
Okay.
Got to have him give his goon of the game.
My goon upon this game is going to be one half of the Road Warriors. That's going to be Nakai Hill Green in that middle. I saw him thumping some heads. As far as the PFF grades, he's been one of the top linebackers in the country against the run. He graded out even higher this game. So I'm going to go with the guy in the middle who's, I think, been making a difference on that defense to tag team along with Levante Bentley to really make a difference in the run game, which is what we have to be efficient in this Big 12. We got to be able to stop the run. We got a lot of teams who like to run. So with us doing what we're doing right now, my goon of the game is going to be the leader in the middle along with his tag team partner, but the main is going to be Nakai Hill Green.
I love that. That's a great pick. That's a great pick for going to the game. Nakai Hill Green did his thing, came right behind Cam in tackles, but was out there making sure people were in the right place at the right time. And that tag team combination with him and Bent, man, is going to be hell on somebody the rest of this Big 12 season. There my man go. He always out checking the traps. He don't never call in stationary nowhere. He always had the dome light on, pulled over the side of the road.
Always.
Probably on Colfax somewhere in Denver.
Yes. Real big trapping.
Oh, yeah. If anybody knows, I'll give a little hint. Broadway and
somewhere else. Somewhere else. Just say somewhere else.
Somewhere else. Broadway.
Don't tell them exactly. Everybody watching ain't friendly now.
Don't worry, I'm mobile, so I'm here, there.
Hey, Petros, let me give you a little piece of advice from West Jackson. Keep that thing in drive with your foot on the brake.
That's a piece of Selma, Alabama advice right there.
Go. You should get ready to go.
Oh, how does that work? Is it like if you're always stay ready to move?
Stay ready.
Yes. All right. I got it.
Go mode.
I got it.
Petro said, how does that work? I knew immediately what you was talking about, Uncle Neely. You feel me?
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm kind of tired.
We're gonna put your game on that one, Petro. But look, I know you're tired. I know you're tired. It's all good.
All good.
We're gonna get our goon on the game. Go ahead, Uncle Neely.
What's you repping Goonsville?
Yeah.
You know, hey, shout out to Petros. He caught an image of me on the Fox and repeat on ESPN rocking the custom Goonsville the Pregame Show Network hoodie. So appreciate you catching that moment for me. But we need from you, on behalf of Goonsville Clothing, who is your goon of the game?
Wait, time out, Petros. Think about it 1 second. I got to say this. Uncle Neely, Petro did say that you are, that the Buffs are undefeated when you wear your Goonsville hoodie. So just keep that in mind. All right.
I'm not trying to jinx it.
Well, look, I'm gonna need a short set for Florida there. Like I can't rock that full Goonsville hoodie.
Not a short set.
We're gonna have to shorten it.
Man, I didn't hear those two words together in a long time. Short set.
Man, you gotta get your short set, baby.
That's what you get when you're about 10 years old for Easter.
Maybe swimming trunks. Summer's over. Get the last bit of heat out of the Florida.
You can walk around with a short set on.
Come on, man. I see your head on the swivel out there. Give us your goon, baby.
No, all good. Yeah, like Chico said, I don't want to jinx it, but I just say every time that Uncle Neely has worn Goonsville, because last year was the CSU game, Rocky Mountain Showdown. I don't know how to explain that game. That happened. And then last night you were wearing it, and that happened. So I was like, I knew right away.
You onto something, man, because I be alternating between the hat or the hoodies, And all right, I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna keep the mojo in mind. You spotted it out. I'm keeping it in mind.
And undefeated. So even when you wore the hat against North Dakota State, trust me, Unc, I'm keeping notes. So you won that, and then, okay, yes, it's undefeated. Rocky Mountain Showdown, NDSU. You didn't wear it at Nebraska, so I'm just saying.
I didn't. You called it right, man.
So,
right.
But
I'm gonna cut the sleeves off one of them.
Yep. Actually, you know what? That's a good idea. I should definitely
check on
like that. But
All right.
okay. All right,
So
goon of the night.
hold
Goon of
on.
the night. Sorry, everybody. Goon
Okay,
of
go
the
ahead.
night. I'm gonna have to give it to, and I was bringing it up last week. My goon of the night is.
This is Petros with his goon of the night.
It's gonna be Travis Hunter. Now you got to hear
Can't
what
go
I'm
wrong
coming
with
to.
that. Can't go
Nothing
wrong
wrong
with
with
that.
that.
I think at the end of the game, the way that he was making catches, being mobile, getting over 100 yards, but also at the same time, I mean, the inches on that yard line with knocking the ball out, that's crazy. I don't know.
I'm glad you said on that yard line because you had a pause there and you said the inches. There ain't no way you were going with that. I was like, whoa. Like, hold on, Daddy.
I'm tired tonight,
we give the
guys.
Goon Award out, but we don't give it based on inches now.
No inches, no inches. My bad. Well, I think we're all kind of coming down from the high last night.
Yes, indeed, man.
I got this red con one behind me, but I don't want no more energy. I don't want to stay up. I was going to bed.
I'm done. My natural energy, my heart was pounding. I don't know if your guys' hearts were pounding after the game last night. Like, that was crazy.
Amazing game, man.
Hey, Chico, when he said inches, this what happened.
Little Prime came like, hold up.
Little Prime had to check in, like, oh, wait.
Hold up.
What did
Little Prime said, hey, man, let's backtrack there for a second. You know what it is. So, no, all love. I say I liked the fact, I'm loving what Travis is doing. You got to give Shador his spotlight for throwing that ball, too, because somebody's got to get the rock to the end zone.
That's right.
So you can't forget that.
That's word, man.
All right, man. Well,
yeah.
Hey, that's our goon of the game from our main man Petros.
Checking in, man. I know I'm gonna hear from you during the week, but see you next Sunday night for sure.
Yeah, thank you both, really. And that's a good idea, Unc. Really, I'm gonna think on a cutoff sleeve. I like that idea.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it myself like Belichick.
Yes,
and then I'm gonna go get a massage like Crab.
I was about to say, my bad.
Thank you, Petros. I'll catch y'all.
Hey, I was about to say, hey. Yeah. Get it right now.
Hey, Andre Walker said Petros over there channeling Jerry Jones, talking about inches. Y'all sick, man. Y'all are sick. We got 956 watching live on the Pregame Show channel. Make sure y'all go over and subscribe to Big Dog Chico's channel as well. And if you're on Big Dog Chico's, you have to subscribe to the Pregame Show Network. Do that as well. It is one love. We all in here together, baby.
One heart.
Yeah.
Let's get together. Hey, if you haven't checked out the latest Prime Parents, this is a shameless plug right here. Check out the guy who ran.
Don't ever have no shame in plugging.
The guy who had 2 touchdowns last game, the freshman running back, Michael Welch. Check out comments from the family of the Buffs running back who came on and told us some insights and things that you might not know about Micah. Find out right there on Prime Parents. When you get a chance, also go to the Glass House Optical. Check them out to get you some custom luxury frames, whether they're prescription or you just want something to look good. You might not look as good as myself and Uncle Neely, but you'll look as good as you can look. You understand me?
You can't have those glasses, but you can have some glasses like it, but you ain't going to be able to pull them like we pull them. Like, it just ain't going to happen.
Miss Stacy says she don't work miracles, but
shout out to Stacey Marie, Glass House Optical, black-owned optometrist, optical shop. As we say down in Mississippi, she can put medicine in your glasses. She is everywhere, all over the internet. If you're in Denver, if you're in like Atlanta, Boulder, Arizona, Glass House Optical. Shout them out.
Glass House, what you need.
I didn't wear my Glass House tonight. My Glass House right away. I didn't put them on tonight. But she know the love there though.
Special frames right here too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So medicine. Mine has special type of medicine that's different than maybe yours and others, but because mine kind of like 20/20 over here. Shout me out. You know what I'm saying? But what y'all said in the chat right here, man. What is this? Last couple questions before we get up out of here, man. We're celebrating the big win. Once again, the first one in the conference for the Colorado Buffaloes, 38-31. Y'all saw like Hakeem said, such a thrilling victory.
Yeah. We triumphed by kicking an oblong leather ball through a giant letter H.
Oh, hey, you want to continue to stay here?
You got to stay off the drugs.
Stay off the drugs.
Chico,
yes, sir.
For real. Big win. Big 12. Cookie Cruncher just said it. Cookie Cruncher had a nice little profile pic there. They're gonna be on you, Cookie Cruncher. Cookie Cruncher just said it. Epic game. Big 12 conference. Hadn't played a Big 12 conference game in over 5,000 days. That last one was in the conference with Nebraska. So you have the Big 12 opener in home, win it in a thrilling. I mean, you talk about an instant classic. Does ESPN still do instant classics? You talk about an instant classic. They got to run that game back and back because it was awesome. But more important than anything, 1-0 in conference.
1-0 in conference. Somebody said Chico channel ain't working. Make sure you just go on YouTube and type in Big Dog Chico all together. BIGGDOGG, and it should come up. A link should be under this video right here, whether you're on Uncle Neely's page or my page. All right. In the meantime, Uncle, you want to leave him with the last little bit or anything?
Hey, Arlen Michelle, I see you down there. Hit that link and check in. She in ATL. She might be doing like Petros and checking a trap or something and can't check in. You know, like who was that on last week that had their camera off?
Lexus from the ATL. Lexus in the ATL. She was supposed to come on.
Hey, Tab from Texas. Yeah.
What Tab say? Let me see. Be sure to follow Big Dog Chico on the pregame show on all platforms. Once again, Tab from Texas checking in. We appreciate Tab.
I met a lot of the aunties this weekend here in Boulder. Man, had a great tailgate, DMVR tailgate. Unveiled the bus out there. A lot of folks came up and then took it to the stadium. One thing I loved about the game, Chico, it did rain, but it never rained hard. Nobody left. You know, the stadium stayed packed. The energy was up, and everything mattered last night, man. Every little detail mattered in that win. And I will say this, Chico. Let me say this. In the words of Willie D, I'm about to step on some toes. A lot of times folk think just because they done seen something for the first time that it's the only time it's done happened.
Preach.
You know, Christopher Columbus think he discovered America in the Caribbean and all that, but it was folks already there. So when a lot of folks were asking me after the game what I thought, let me tell you what I thought. I seen Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders do this. I saw them do it down at Alcorn with seconds left at the back pylon. I saw them do it in the Celebration Bowl in Atlanta. This ain't nothing new. When you got time on the clock and the math is one possession left, and you got Travis Hunter, Shedeur Sanders, and now you adding in LaJohntay Wester, Jimmy Horn Jr., Will Shepherd, et cetera, you can win some games. I've seen it.
100%. And here's the thing. Speaking about receipts and stuff, you guys can go back and look at my live. You can fast forward to the end of the game and see whether Big Dog believed, whether he thought. And I said the exact same thing that Uncle Neely just said. Man, I don't care what y'all say. If y'all told me that we were going to have a chance and the ball's going to be in Shedeur's hands with under a minute left, and you still got Travis out there on the field and the receivers that he has now, I'll take those chances because I've seen it at Jackson State. You know, he's done it before that.
What just blows my mind is Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers do it. It's great quarterbacking. Black quarterback do it. It was luck. It was a miracle. No, it wasn't no luck or no miracle. They practice this, man. They work on this. This is what they do. You know, he is proven, he being Travis Hunter is proving every Saturday that he is worthy of the Heisman and best player in college football. And this ain't no new secret if you've been following him in his collegiate career. So I'm looking forward to the rest of this season. You know, I said, Chico, and you remember this from the spring because you were the one who asked me. You asked me what games I was looking forward to when the schedule dropped, and I told you it was 2 games I had circled. We want to go 1-0 every week, and I know every game matters. But for me, it was the home Big 12 conference opener against Baylor, and then that first Big 12 road trip against UCF, because I think those 2 games are true measuring sticks as to where Coach Prime has taken and is taking this program. Because when you looked at, what about Nebraska? Well, you know, we played them last year and we beat them last year. And so you know where you stack up against them. But somewhere between this UCF game, this Baylor game, and then getting in that back end of the schedule, the Utahs and the Texas Techs, and the Oklahoma States, for instance, people are going to really see what was being built here under Coach Prime.
Exactly. Those two games are pivotal for this season and for the confidence of this team to know that they can play with these conference games, these conference teams that's already been there, that's established, and that a lot of people are thinking that are just going to run through Colorado for whatever reason. Well, we just showed you what we could do versus this first test. Now we're going to take the show on the road. And speaking of going on the road, you guys have a special piece of big, what do I call it? Transportation, I guess, that has been unveiled this week with the DNVR Stampede road trip. What do you call that? That's a fucking tour bus right there. That's not an RV.
Yeah. No, it's a flat out ass bus.
Yeah.
So the pregame show and DNVR buffs, when it comes to pregame and postgame content, we have done a collaboration, and that collaboration has allowed some sponsors to identify and see what we're doing, and put together a tour bus that we take on now going to be taking on road games and doing shows live from the road back and forth. But the other content continues as well. You can always count on Sunday Night Live, Uncle Chico, where you, what a camera right there. Make sure my fingernail ain't dirty. You get to join the conversation. Sunday Night Live, Uncle Chico.
As y'all saw this presentation right here, where we had people come straight from the chat, join the conversation with myself and Uncle Neely. Hey, man, we've been doing this, or not doing this, but we've been covering Coach Prime and such, and Shedeur Sanders and them since the Jackson State days. Uncle Neely been on it first. I've probably been the first one got on here probably defending Coach Prime or trying to speak from a point of view of, man, damn, y'all just are trying to attack the man for whatever reason.
I remember that. You did the same thing they were attacking me, and I ain't even know you then.
Exactly. I was like, damn.
100 from the other side of the damn globe.
Straight up, it was just surprising to me, man, some of the things that was out there. So, and some of those people, as you pointed out way back then, when we were talking, he was like, hey, man, you want to be like them, or you got another goal in mind? Because you want to be like them, go look at, and them,
man,
where are they now?
Big dog, like I say that to players all the time. I'll ask them, like, who's your favorite player, who you want to be like position wise, and they name a guy, and that's okay. You saw the stuff you were just doing. Have you ever seen them doing that? The good Lord has put the blueprint in front of us. You have examples around you. When you see something you want to be like, act like the people who are it. Do what they did to get there. If you see them, like you shouted out the select QB and what Darryl is doing with Shedeur. Well, if you're out there and you want to be a quarterback like Shedeur, you're a young person, work your ass off like Shedeur. Like you can't just rest on natural talent and God gifts. You have to work those gifts. You have to sow things. And a lot of people don't want to put in the work, Chico, even this content, space. They just want to upload something and think it's going to get 1 million views. You have to be consistent. You have to be sincere. And you have to put your product out there. And then most importantly, you can't get caught up in the naysayers trying to tear you down, because as Jesus said, it's somewhere in there. He said it. The haters will always be amongst you.
100%. Y'all, hey, I hope y'all took that in. If you haven't taken that in, you need to rewind this and listen to it 10 more times and take that in. You know what I mean? Pause on the end, taking it in part. But hey,
y'all going off.
Here we go. Glasshouse.optical.shop. Go get you some season sale right now, up to 25% off. Holla at your specialist up there, Miss Stacy. She is the owner. Black on once again. Get you some of the custom frames right now. Tell them Big Dog and Unc sent you. Until then,
and then if you need some medicine in them, so you can put medicine in them. That y'all call that a prescription in other places. Back home we call that, hey, let me see your glass. You got medicine in them. And then, hey, Chico, I know back in Silver, you don't have medicine in your glass. You had the little short set too for Easter speech. If you were forgetting your Easter speech, they was like, take your time, baby. That's okay.
I had the short set that was supposed to be silk, the top silk and the short silk. Yeah. And my mom put me on some sandals.
Yeah.
And then went outside and played, and now my feet dirty everywhere except for where the sandals were.
Well, man,
all right.
My mama, my one of my first baby pictures. I'm gonna give it to you. You can post it. My mama had me in some girl shoes. She had me in some girl sandals.
Did she know it?
Man,
it was what we had, dog.
Yeah, yeah. My grandma used to say, "Tough titty," but it's all mama got.
There you go. What do I say on that one right there, man? But
Oh,
I'll say this. You know
we got one question. We got one question I just saw. Donna Ray, she said, yep, there it was. Neela, are you also yeah.
Great question.
Yeah. Coach Prime, even back at Jackson State, is humbled and honored that a guy who knows media like no other would tap me to work with the guys on their media training and, ask them some hard questions and some softballs as well and just get them mentally prepared to how to perform in press conferences. One of the ones I love, Micah's first press conference, kind of warmed him up in the hallway. And then I asked him something. I rarely ask questions in the press conference. I asked him something in the press conference and he slipped and cussed. I told him, I said, one of my favorite plays was a play you lost yardage on, because you took it to the defender and knocked him back 5 yards and you tried to circle or go around and you end up losing yards. What was going through your mind? He's like, I knew he couldn't fuck with me.
I missed that.
I'm going to send you the clip of it, man.
That's the one and only Michael Welch, man.
Well, didn't train you for that, but okay.
Yeah. Got a quick sound bite right there, man. Let me see. You see another one in there before we get up out of here?
Let me see, man. They said next week, Big Chico, Big Dog, to do the top 5 R&B groups next time. We did movies tonight.
Top 5 R&B groups. I write that down.
And don't try to mix movies and R&B and come up with no 5 heartbeats. The 5 heartbeats was
another movie. I got another movie. Malibu's Most Wanted, guys. Malibu's Most Wanted. Y'all know that movie?
Oh, you about at 20 by now, man. Come on, dog. You said 5 movies. I'm gonna cheat next week. Next week, I'm naming 20 R&B groups.
Above the Rim.
You're just reaching now. You know, Above the Rim wasn't no top 5 movie all the time.
It was a good movie.
But top 5, dog.
You said I'm on 20. Shep out there, shadow playing basketball against himself.
Eric Moore said it's supposed to rain, and man, we don't know what the weather gonna be in Orlando a week from now, dude. Is it that good? The meteorologist was that good?
Somebody said the keys to victory. We know what the keys to victory are. It's the same thing as every week. Pinky, I would say, run the ball.
Trying to take over the world. Hey, dog, you ain't slick. I used to watch Pinky in the Brain.
What you know about Pinky in the Brain?
I used to watch Pinky in the Brain. It's the same thing. Try to take over the world.
He said take over or rule the world. One of them.
Now we got to work in that. Hello, nurse.
Man, we got so many references, man. It's crazy. Oh, Bad Boys movie. We didn't say no Bad Boys movie.
Oh, no, we didn't. Maybe had you gone top 10, I would have worked that one in, but you said 5. Even though you
Temptations. 5 Heartbeats. Booty Call.
You got super chat. You got to do super chat before you go.
I got a super chat before we get up out of here. Harlem Nights. K5 said Harlem Nights. Thank you guys for the super chats. Any donations, we appreciate it. Whether
you
it's
got Team JPC X3 $10 super chat. Shout out to my bro Josh, number 34 from Baylor. Started as a walk-on and got to go toe-to-toe with Travis. Also respect to Travis. We didn't even dare target him. Good luck to you guys the rest of the way. Man, that's pretty cool coming from a Baylor guy, man. Good luck to y'all the rest of the way, too. Maybe we'll see y'all December 7th in Jerry World in Dallas for the Big 12 championship. Have a rematch.
100%. Oh, we got another super chat just came through. Is this the one?
That's the one I just read. Yeah, that's the one
I was about to say, I didn't see it on this, and it just came through. All right. So we thank you guys for all the super chats and all the support. We see you guys. Somebody said Chico got top 30 movies. Man, I can keep going. We'll be here all night. Y'all messing with me.
Chico packed the lunch. He ready.
Look, we got Ari checking in right now. Unc, you got time to take this one, Unc? I know Unc.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Unc got time to take this.
We got time.
All right, Miss Ari. How you doing, Miss Ari?
I got them glasses on.
And it's with an L. It's Arlie. Because I can't say it. I'll take them off.
Arlie. Sorry about that. I thought that was an I.
It's okay. Everybody does it. It's all right. How y'all doing out there in the cold space?
You finally got that link to work, huh? Everybody else could make the link work. We got 800 people.
Can't make links work. I don't know what that's about. That's a whole pause moment. Make links work.
What's going on in your world in the ATL?
ATL, we're just down here doing what we do, riding them things, whatever it is. How the ATL does. Shouty. Everything is a shouty.
Somebody said Chico off that oil tonight.
Off that olive oil.
Okay. I don't even know what that means. I need to watch the show. I need to go back and look at some more episodes so I can see what.
That means we're on that drink.
But he said olive oil, and so I didn't think that's what it meant.
Yeah, I cook with olive oil. That's all. I cook with it.
Oh, okay. Very good.
I'm a chef. I'm a sous chef.
What's going on in the entertainment world? You got an entertainment update or something? What you got?
I don't have an entertainment update right now. I'm going to be talking about Jerry. I'm going to be talking about Jerry Jones and his.
We Petros tried to do that too. He started talking about.
Well, look, time out, coach, time out.
It's
back and forth. Y'all got to introduce yourself. Y'all know each other?
Yeah, man, from way back in the day.
What? It's way better than looking at one of them emojis, them fake avatars. I tell you that much. So, Miss Arlie,
the people don't bring their real stuff up.
Yeah, introduce yourself, Miss Arlie. Since we on here talking, y'all talk like y'all been knowing each other forever.
What's up to all the people out there in the Pregame Network world? What's up to you, big dog? My name is Arlie Michelle, and I welcome you to Arliewood. I am an entertainment reporter, and sometimes I give people great information about stuff behind the scenes, kind of looks. I'm in that whole little world, and I know Neely, we kind of go way back.
We go way back, like Rocket Chair. You know what you should do? You should free up your time on Sunday nights and come with an entertainment report.
I was going to say it, but I didn't want to put pressure on her. But guess
we got Petros coming with the goon of the game.
Okay.
Right. We added an entertainment segment.
Right. Well, you can come and give us a little topic from the entertainment world, and Uncle Neely and myself, we could give our, reaction or perspective on it. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
And shout out to Salty Vet, who's already doing next week's assignments. They already naming 5 R&B bands.
Okay.
So we got wait till next. Salty Vet, you're a week early. But we appreciate it.
Oh, but they all are good ones. All very good ones.
Yes. I'm excited to have on the show an entertainment portion where we could talk about some trending topics or some updates from the world. And let's just act like real quick, we got a little. That's 2 minutes, guys. I got 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes. Let's just act like Miss Arlie came on, and of course we're talking about the entertainment news of the day. And what would it be if we had to talk about something?
Well, if we had to talk about something, and since we're talking about sports, we might as well go with Jerry Jones and his. I just need to understand why people are so concerned about penis sizes out there. And the wrong people are concerned about it. That should have been something I and my girls were talking about. Why? Run faster? Is it going to slow him down? I need to understand. I just want to understand. And maybe the men can tell me, what does that have to do with him being 5'9" and however fast he was? Did it help his 40 be any faster?
Well, we gotta help the people out there because people
chat. Yeah. Bring us out the content, Uncle Neely.
I think Jamie Foxx may have been going live while he was sitting there talking with Jerry Jones.
He was.
And the mic and the camera picked up Jerry Jones rattling off stats of a player or players, and one of the stats appeared to be in context penis size. And so I don't know when they started measuring that at the combine or whatever, you
got to be lying.
No, just go out there and Google Jamie Foxx, Jerry Jones. You'll see it, Chico.
Yeah. And so my question is, okay, 2 things. One, you can look at it like, that's so funny. Oh my God. But why does that matter? Still going to always, at the end of the day, why does that matter? Second, it feels very like back in the day, they were checking, they do their teeth, they doing all the combine checks a lot of strange things, but that has never been one of those things. So I just need to know why Jerry, Mr. Jones, Mr. Moneybag. I mean, he Moneybag Yo before it was a Moneybag Yo, and he did that. I don't understand. I don't understand. So maybe somebody out there in the group can tell us like, oh, if you're 7 to 7.5, you run a 40 like this. If you're 7.5 to 8, and who's measuring?
Please, somebody in the group, don't tell us if you know. Like we could. You ain't got to tell us right now.
Yeah, I just need to know who's measuring. That's all I want to know. Is it like, do you go in a room and we pull out the measuring tape? Like, just inquiring minds want to know.
Well, hey, I do got a Mr. Miami football talk real quick, folks, because I know we was about to go before entertainment reporter came on. Mr. Miami says, tell us how much do you think Cameron Silman Craig's draft stock is rising? I would say exponentially. First and foremost, he is very talented and good at what he does. Reminds me of like Bob Sanders when he was with the Colts. But you also got, head coach and Deion Sanders and Rob Livingston, his defense coordinator, who know how to get the guys, to the NFL and know how to pick up the phone. And Cameron Silman Craig is one of those guys that whether he is drafted or undrafted free agent, if he gets in your building, he ain't leaving the building. He going to make the team. So there you have it.
Most definitely. Shout out to the 205, Cameron Silman Craig.
Bama boy.
For Shiggity. Will we see Jerry Jones stepping down?
No. They're going to figure out a way to make that make sense and some that we don't.
Oh yeah. It's going to be you heard it wrong. Like it ain't going.
No.
And then one thing also is clearly old because it's clearly something from training camp. It's nothing like yesterday.
But training camp this year or training camp?
I don't know. I don't know. Like I don't know when Jamie Foxx was there.
Any given Sunday.
But it ain't something from last week, is what I'm saying.
And let me just tell you, I thought Jamie Foxx was AI anyway until the other day when he was singing about something. I thought AI.
They start AI. I can see Jerry Jones coming out and doubling down and saying, "No, listen, we got the research." We got the research that says.
Chico is 923 man.
Hey man, we're gonna leave it on that, guys. Hey, we got a new entertainment reporter, Miss Arlie. We appreciate you joining in from the ATL. Look for her next week. Shout them out. All right. So, Miss Arlie, thank you so much. Uncle Neely, it's late night where you are. Hey, I still got sunlight outside.
You got daylight on the Big Island. Hey, look out there, man. Everybody out there in the chats, whatever. If you got some content, you are a creator. We are always looking to expand the network. That's why it's called the Pregame Show Network. You got the Pregame Show. That's me, but you got the Pregame Show Network. We got Big Dog Chico in the house. We all work together to grow and get more content out there. So if you got something you want to add to Sunday nights, man, hit us up. Let us know. We just picked up a entertainment thing off the whim just by taking a caller.
Just like that. It's somebody out there that's saying, damn, that could have been me. Well, you didn't call in. What happened? It could have been me.
Hey, next week, Sunday night, 8 p.m. Mountain, that's 10 p.m. Eastern. We're going to recap the UCF game, and we're going to talk about the 5 best R&B groups of all time.
Of all time.
Oh, that's right. This is Don Duncan. We got me and Tolly Carr live tomorrow at noon Mountain, 2 p.m. Eastern. Appreciate the plug.
Yes, it did. You already know what it is, man. It's the biggest dog, Chico to the sea, and the place to be. Uncle Neely. And we're going to be up and about this thing. Y'all know what to do, man. Hit the like, subscribe, and comment on all the other good stuff. Peace in the Middle East. Yeah. That's the countdown, but y'all know what to do. Make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe. Big Dog Chico, the Pregame Show. We up and about this thing.